guys. That's crazy. Focus. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Period. This is actually a video I've been wanting to film for like ever, but I never was able to find the right time to film it. And today is August 6th, and for those of you who don't know, today's my half birthday. Today is my half birthday. I am 20 and a half years old exactly today. Almost exactly to the dot. I was born around this time. It's 11 o'clock. I was born around this time, I think. I don't remember actually. Don't quote me on that. Basically, we're going to do like a little get ready with me, and I'm going to tell you guys everything that I've learned in my teenage years. I wanted to film this like on my 20th birthday, but that timeline just did not work out, okay? I was at school and all that other stuff, so that timeline just did not measure up. My like from ages like 13 to 19, y'all, that's been just like the most insane and most just like developmental years of my life, y'all. Like I've just learned a lot about myself, about life, about the world, about everybody else. Oh, did I say we're doing get ready with me too? Like, it's not just gonna be a sit down video. I feel like sit down videos are kind of boring. And we're gonna look at my skin, even though my skin looks, oh, the skin is skinny today. This camera makes my skin look awful. I mean, my skin doesn't look good in real life, but like this camera doesn't know justice. Before we start the video, make sure you guys like it when you're done, because I feel like telling people to like a video before they watch a video is low-key like, but I feel like telling people to like a video before they watch it is kind of like, I don't know, maybe that's just me. So like the video if you like the video, so like at the end. But make sure you guys are subscribed, turn on post notifications, follow my socials. They're gonna be down below: my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Twitter. I think those are the only 3 I have down there, so make sure you guys follow those. And I'm not promising any more videos, y'all, because I promised y'all a whole bunch of videos in the summer, and what did I give y'all? Nothing. The summer's over. I go back to school in 3 weeks. Y'all not getting nothing from me, so just prepare for back to school content, I guess. I already got my hair done, in case y'all couldn't tell, so just prepare for more back to school content. But y'all not getting nothing outside of me, because apparently I'm not a good mom. Okay, I'm not a good mom. We're just gonna get right into the video. I have a list of topics. Actually, I wrote down a list. It's just like there's 6 very broad topics that I'm like gonna go more in depth into, but that's kind of like the premise of the video, you know what I mean? I'm gonna start. I wash my face. We're gonna start with my skincare. I'm just gonna go from there, and we're gonna talk, and we're gonna chat. We're gonna have a nice little key, and we're just gonna have fun and be girls. Period. Girl talk. First topic for things I've learned in my teens. That's what this note is titled. I don't know why I titled it that. And if you say anything, if y'all say anything about edges, you're anti-black and you hate black women. Period. Okay. So the first topic I have on here, in my notes app, is school life and academics. I feel like I've been avoiding like my school life and just like topics about that, just because y'all, it's kind of rough right now. A lot of you don't know, which a big majority of y'all watching this video don't know. I almost said I dropped out. I didn't drop out. I be feeling like I dropped out, but I did not drop out. I actually transferred. I was going to a university, like a bigger school, but I'm not going there anymore. I actually transferred back home, and I'm now going to, I guess, a community college. It's not really like a community college though. It's like a university, but they just don't have housing. Like, I can't stay on campus, so it's like a school, but just like minus the housing and stuff. So I guess technically it is a community college, but it's still like, it's not like compared to my other school. Like, I was on a campus 24/7. Everybody's like, Jordan, like, why are you transferring back home? Like, why are you coming back home? And honestly, I just feel like it was a decision that I made like super easy. Like when I tell y'all, I've been in the process of making a decision since like I left school in May, so I've been making a decision since like March, like literally since like probably like my spring break up until like a few weeks before I left for school is when I finally decided like I'm gonna, you know what I mean, I'm gonna leave. And honestly, I made the decision for so many reasons. One of the big reasons was just financials. Y'all, college is expensive. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. College is expensive as and books in college. I don't know what the f is about books in college, but why is a book almost a textbook, a used textbook, almost $200? Who the fuck is paying for that? When I'm going to school, it's a lot cheaper. The only bad part is, y'all, I don't have a car. Like, low-key, y'all, I could have got a car at the end of the summer, but me and saving money, we're not like this. Me and saving money, we don't get along. I spend my money like I make it back instantly. Like, oh, my bet not being made is really making me upset. Hold on. Okay, period. But what was I saying? Oh, the only down part about me not being in school, what the fuck? The only downside about me coming home is the fact that I don't have a car right now. So we're talking about how this relates to my teen years. Part of me really wishes that I tried more in school, like high school, because y'all, when I tell y'all, I don't even want to admit this out loud, but maybe this will help somebody out there. Y'all, I graduated high school with a 2.3 GPA. Who let me graduate? I don't know. Who let me walk out of that school with that GPA? You're dead wrong, because there's no way I should have graduated with a 2.3 GPA. And on top of that, y'all, I graduated early. Like, my school, so like most schools do semesters, my school does trimesters. And so I graduated after first trimester, which was November of my senior year. I was gone. Like, I left expeditiously. Like my guidance counselor was like, girl, you can graduate early. And I was like, bet. Like, there was like 4 more classes I needed to take, and then after that he was like, you can leave. And I was like, say less, for real. But the only reason that I was able to like graduate early was because, y'all, like, even though I had a 2.3 GPA, I've never failed any of my classes. Like, I passed every single class I took in high school with like a D or a C. Well, most of them. Like, it was like mostly my freshman year and like my junior year, but like my sophomore year and my senior year, I did really well. But like my freshman year, my junior year, my freshman year, I didn't try at all. Like, y'all, when I tell you my freshman year, there's so many classes I should have failed my freshman year, but the only thing that like saved me was like those last minute extra credit and like my final exams. Other than that, like, y'all, when I tell y'all high school, I did not try. And then my junior year was a lot harder because I was like COVID, so like my junior year was completely online. Like, nothing was in person. And so like I don't do well learning online. Well, actually, I do okay learning online, but like at the time, like, just like everything that was going on at that time, like, it just wasn't good for me. So I was like, I can't do this. So like, just so many breakdowns, so many just like, you know what I mean, it wasn't going well for me. So like, I was just like, I barely tried. I was literally halfway asleep in my bed on that Zoom for school. Like, my mom would come in my room and be like, Jordan, you need to get up. Like, why are you not like up on your Zoom? And I'm like, you need to get on your Zoom every single morning. You need to get on your Zoom. So yeah, so that just did not help to my overall GPA. But I was so tired of school. Like, I was so burnt out. Just like, I think COVID ruined school for me, like a lot of it, just because like my sophomore, like, COVID started like in the middle of my sophomore year. So like for me, it was like my sophomore year when I was like starting to do a lot better. Like, when I say a lot better, I mean a lot better. Like, I was making A's and B's my sophomore year, until like you can tell when COVID hit, because that's like when my grades like started to go down a little bit. And so that's when I was just like, like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Like, I don't even know. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm just trying to get by. Like, I'm really just for real just trying to get by, like trying to get this done. And so when I had that meeting with my guidance counselor, and he's like, you know, like, you can graduate early, I was like, sign me up, for real. Like, I physically could not stand high school anymore. Like, I couldn't do it. Like it was just not fun. And I don't know what it was. I think it was the lack of friends. It might have been the lack of friends, and just like me just being sick of seeing the same people every day. But like, high school generally caused me so much depression and anxiety to the point to where like I could not stand being there anymore. Like, I would like there would be points where like I would be like crying to my mom, be like, Mom, I don't want to go to school. But like, she would force me to go to school anyways. I'm like, low-key, that's child abuse. But like, I used to just like hate going to school. So I was like, I graduated early. So I ended up graduating early. So then when it came time for me to apply for college, I was applying. I applied for some colleges. I didn't apply. Actually, I did not apply to that many colleges. I applied to four Indiana colleges. I applied to Ball State, IUPUI, Purdue, and Indiana State, which is where I just came from. And I got rejected from all four of those schools, actually. I didn't find out I was going to Indiana State until May. Like literally a month before I was supposed to move in. No, like a few months before I was supposed to move in. Like a month before my graduation and like a few months before I was supposed to move in. And you know, like usually find that stuff out in like March. No, I didn't find out I was going to Indiana State until May. And it's because they accepted me on the condition that I have to like join this program. Which that program actually changed my life, and I appreciate everybody who is a part of the Project Success program at Indiana State. Y'all are real MVPs. Everybody there, love them down. I ended up going to school. I joined the Project Success program. I ended up loving it. Literally, like, I met some of my best friends through that program, and like they're still my friends to this day, because through that program I also had to go to this thing called Bridge Week, and that was like literally, when I tell y'all, I met some of the best people ever in my life in that program. I think I have a whole section on that, so I'm gonna get into like my friendships and stuff, but just know, like, during that program, like, I met some of the most just like genuine, down to earth people. Like, I just wanted to say, like, the thing that I've learned most about just like school life and academics is apply yourself, y'all. Like school, I feel like school genuinely, like, when you're in your teenage years, school makes nobody happy. But like once you like go to college, like college low-key changed my perspective on school. Like although like academically my sophomore year I wasn't doing that well, but that's because like mentally I wasn't doing that well. But like academically my sophomore year I was not doing that well. But like my freshman year, like, y'all, I made the deans with my freshman year. I finished my freshman year with a 3.4 GPA. 3.4, 3.5, I can't remember. And I was like, I got this, like, this is easy. And then like my sophomore year everything went bad because mentally I was not okay. But you know, you live and you learn. So yeah. But all this to say is apply yourself, and if you can, like, one of my biggest regrets is not staying longer my senior year. And like I could have like retaken all the classes I did not pass and like gotten better grades and boosted my GPA. I just didn't, because like I said, I was so ready to get out of there. So if you have options like that, like, y'all definitely utilize your resources, especially in high school. Like, high school is literally made for you to pass, so like utilize those resources, you feel me? A lot of undiagnosed mental health issues that still to this day aren't diagnosed, but I know what they are. Period. Clock it. Okay. So next topic we're going to talk about is work and professional life. I really don't know why I put this on here, y'all. I don't have that much work experience. Actually, yes I do. I kind of do have a lot of work experience. I feel like my work experience is like limited, but like I've learned a lot. I've been working since I was 16. Like, I started working like at peak pandemic. Like, y'all, I was working at a fast food restaurant like peak pandemic, and that just probably was not the best idea, because like I was struggling. Like, my anxiety was bad. I had real bad anxiety during this time. Like, I didn't even like want to work, y'all, but I was only working because I needed some extra money. Like, I hated that job because of the simple fact that like I have like I just mentioned, I have anxiety. And so like the way my brain works is like I always constantly feel like people are judging me, and I know that's not like good for you, but like that's just the way my brain like runs and operates. And so like I was always constantly like scared that people were like judging me, like my coworkers, customers, like managers, like everybody. Like, I'm like, these people are like judging me, they all hate me and they don't want me to be here. And that just simply was not true. Like, I know it wasn't true, but like in my mind that was true. And so I was just like, you know what, I hate working here. When I graduated early my senior year, I left and I started working at the mall. I was working at American Eagle. And honestly, I didn't hate that job. The only thing I did not like about that job was my management. I don't want to say that about her though, that's kind of mean. Okay, she wasn't like a terrible manager, but like it was just like, I don't know how to describe it, but like there was just like when I first started working there was so much drama. Like, I walked in and it was just like nothing but like drama and mess. And by the time like I left, when I was working there, none of the people that I started working with were working there. None of them were working there anymore. Like, damn, like nobody is working here anymore. But like I kind of see why, because like Y'all, it was just like, it seemed like every single time I came into work, it was just nothing but a mess. Like, I had this one assistant manager, and he was like, he was messy boots. Like, he was messy down. It was like, I was asking him, I was like, hey, like, y'all know when I'm gonna get my first check? Like, is it gonna be a paper check? Do I have to come pick something up? Is it gonna be direct deposit? Like, how's it gonna work? And my manager was telling me, like, yeah, it should be. She was like, your first check might be a paper check, but like, it should be direct deposit. I think I have yours set up. And I was like, oh, like, cool. She was like, it might just take a minute because, like, you know, first check, you know, it might take a minute. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I remember we had so I remember that happened, and then I remember one of my my assistant managers, he told me, he was like, you know, she doesn't like you, right? Like, she's like literally like holding your check. Like, she's not gonna give it to you because she does not like you. I remember I was like, what the fuck? Like, I remember I was like, this is the first time I'm ever hearing about this. Like, I've never done shit to make her not like me, so I don't know where this is coming from. But I was like, you know what, I'm the new girl, maybe she's racist, I don't know, because I was one of the only black girls that worked there. So I was like, you know what, I don't know, maybe she's like racist, I don't know. So my check just did end up getting direct deposited, but like, you know what I mean. But all that to say, y'all, one of the things I've learned, and like, and I've had a lot of jobs since then, I've had like 2 or 3 since then, but we're not gonna go into my whole resume. But like, all this to say though, y'all, one of the biggest things I learned is you are your biggest advocate, especially when it comes to like work. If nobody's gonna advocate for you, you need to advocate for yourself. Like, one of the big things I've learned, especially like with this job I had this summer, I'm not gonna get into that though, but like, I had a job this summer, and like, there was like a bunch of like just drama and mess with that. And so like, one of the things I've just like learned, like even like being at that job, is like, you are your biggest advocate. Like one of the people who advocates for me the most, I feel like, is my mom. But like, my mom can't always advocate for me. Like, she's not gonna always be there to advocate for me, especially at work. So my mom has always told me one thing, and it's open your mouth, Jordan. Like, she tells me all this. I'm just like, Jordan, open your mouth and speak. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not gonna do that. But like, you know what I mean? But like, I've learned to do it. Not as much as she does it, but like, I've learned to definitely do it. Like definitely, like, advocating for myself, I've gotten a lot better at. One of the things I learned in my teens, like, about like work and just stuff like that, is, y'all, literally open your mouth and talk. Like, if something's not sitting right with you, say something. If you see something you don't like, say something. If you feel like your manager doesn't like you, say something. Like all these things you can say stuff about. Why is my camera about to die? I just charged it. It was full like 30 minutes ago. For real though, say something. Like, at work, like, your work is supposed to be not peaceful, because work is not peaceful, but like, your work is supposed to be like easygoing, I guess. Well, when you have a part-time job, it is. When you have a full-time job, I feel like it's not. But like I said, so like, all this to say is, like, for real, say something. Like anything. Like when people ask you, like, hey, how do you feel about this, say your honest opinion. If somebody says, hey, do you like something, if you don't like it, say something. Like, for real. That's really all I have to say about that. And that's one of the things I've learned being in my teens. And also, one of the things I learned, so I was just talking to one of my friends about this, because she was saying how these girls at her job, she feels like she's been hearing like they don't like her. One of the things my mom always told me too is, don't let nobody run you out your spot. I don't give a fuck if the whole company don't like you. If you are okay doing good at your job, don't let nobody run you out your job. Don't ever in your life, like, when I tell y'all, don't let nobody run you out your job, don't ever do that. Like, that's the lamest thing you could ever do. Like, all I have to say about that. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. So my camera, unfortunately it died on me. The next topic was relationships, and then I put in parentheses romantic and platonic. So let's just get into it for real. So first we're gonna start with romantic relationships, and we're gonna go on platonic. I don't have luck when it comes to boys. Honestly, I don't know what it is about boys, but they make me literally, like, they drive me insane. Just like choke them, like, for real. The dating pool nowadays is so fucking shallow. Like, that bitch is like 2 feet deep, for real. Like dudes don't want to be dudes no more. Like, they don't. Like, I don't know what it is, but they don't want to be boyfriends anymore. Like, we're in an epidemic. We are literally in a boyfriend epidemic, y'all. They're not there anymore. Like, Like, why is it all about situationships, talking stages, and hookups? Where's the real lovers at? Gone. Exactly. Epidemic. Like, for real. For me, like, I don't like having my time wasted. Like, that's just a big thing for me. I'm not wasting my time with nobody I don't see myself being with. The boys I've been like quote unquote talking to lately, which is like one or two, you know, but like the ones that like hit me up since I've been home for the summer, I'm not giving them the time of day because I can just already tell you're not gonna do shit for me. Like, but I'm like, you're not gonna do shit for me, so why am I wasting my time talking to you? Como se dice, don't care. There's this one dude that I was talking to like at the beginning of the summer. He slid in my DMs. You know, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I haven't seen you in so long, like how you been, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, like I've been good, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, like I remember you. And so I'm thinking like he just wants to catch up, have a nice little key. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Y'all, when I tell y'all all they do is lie. Like they're all liars. They're liars. Like they trick you. Like they try to like rope you in. Like I'm so for real. Like y'all, I'm so for real when I say this. They will like try to like get you in just to do you the worst way I think ever. Like you've ever been done in your life. I'm so sick of it. Like, please save me, Lord. Save me from this disaster that you call the dating pool in your 20s. Oh wait. Hold on, y'all. I didn't finish my story. Like he was like, can I talk to you? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, I've never been asked like, can I talk to you? Just start talking to me, but okay, like, okay, I guess. Like, we were talking for a little bit, but y'all, the more I started to watch his Instagram, the more I just got the ache. Like, why are you posting quotes on your story at your big age? I'm just like, why at your big prehistoric philosophical? Why at your big age are you posting quotes about girls? Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like at some point, like, we outgrew that phase of our life. It's kind of giving me the ache. But y'all, he ended up ghosting me. So, I'm just like, I mean, I was going to say no. Why are you saying no? Like, for real. Like, damn. Like, fuck. Like, aren't you ghosting me before I can ghost you? Like, fuck. Shit's really real out here. Like, sassy epidemic. Like, I'm so for real. Like, y'all, they are... Like, at this point, I'm convinced men don't want to be boyfriends somewhere. They want to be girlfriends. Like, they want princess treatment. They want to be treated like a queen. And it's like, no. Like, I'm not doing that. Sorry, buddy. No, thank you. So I'm just like, okay. Next caller. Unfortunately, there has been no next caller. So I might be the problem. But I had a very limited romantic experience in my teen years. And you could probably tell by the way I act that I've never had a boyfriend. Clock it, for real. No. I've just gotten so used to being by myself, like only having to really care about me. That sounds really selfish, but like not really. Like I really don't only care about me. Like obviously I care about like my family and stuff like that. That kind of way, like it's only been about me. Like I haven't had to care for no dude. But it's like sometimes like you just want somebody for like the hard days. Leave me. Y'all, I'm fucking lonely. And I feel like as a girl, we naturally crave like romantic attraction. Like we naturally just crave like affection like that. But like for now, I'm kind of okay, I think. Maybe I'm not okay. I'm just me trying to convince myself that I had one of the worst situationships of my whole entire life and I'm still recovering. We're not gonna talk about that though. Just know last summer, if you can like see it, if you go to my TikTok and you see like TikToks I made last summer, just know I was in the trenches. This ain't about him. We're not talking about him. One of the things I realized about myself recently was that like I have a fear of, I think it's a phobia I have a phobia of like self-inflicted harm. So, and like that's like physical and mental. Like I don't think I could take a heartbreak. Like in the mental state that I'm in right now, if I got my heart broken, y'all might never hear from me again. Like I really do hate to be like the bearer of bad news, like to be a Debbie Downer, but like that's really like how it is. Like I could not handle a heartbreak, and I think that's kind of why I do have a very bad habit of pushing people away. Like I don't get attached to people because And like I'm saying, like in a romantic way, I don't get attached because I do have a very bad fear of heartbreak. Like I don't know what I would do if I got my heart broken. I fear it might just be a canon event and I might just have to suck it up and go through it. I think that's kind of just been like my biggest problem, and I think I've realized that now then more so than I realized it in my teen years. I feel like the right man will come to you when you need him to. That's just how I feel, because like I'm a very big believer in like soulmates and like love at first sight and shit like that. But like I feel like I believe in it for other people than I believe in it for me. Like my siblings, I feel like they've definitely found their people or their person, but I don't know why it's so hard for me. Like y'all, I don't know. And then on top of that, like y'all, me and my mom, she's gonna be watching this. So I'm not trying to call you out, girl, but like me and my mom are single at the same time, y'all. And this is actually kind of hilarious. Like we be dogging niggas together, like twin for real. Luckily, I survived the college relationship epidemic for real, because I could not handle it. Like getting to know like all the dudes that were like at my college, I was just like, y'all are scary. Like y'all are some scary individuals. Like y'all scare me for real. Like y'all, like when I tell y'all, there was just like so many dudes just that went there that I was just like, I was scared of. Be careful. That's all I'm gonna say is be careful. Okay, be careful. Cause child, the dating pool at Indiana State, real slim, babe, real slim. I just put myself in the eye. It's karma for real. God said, shut the fuck up. I can't say that. Sorry. My eyes look dark as fuck when I put on mascara, but it's okay. But yeah, so the dating pool in college for me was real slim. Like word be traveling fast too. Like college, like they be lying to y'all. Like when they say college nothing like high school, they're lying. College is like a professional at high school. Like that's really what it is. It's like high school but like a professional. Like you're supposed to be like professional. Like it's like college before, I mean high school before adults. Like for real. That's really what it is. Now I look sick. Take it off. So y'all can keep it. Y'all can keep whatever this is, because I don't want it. What I've learned about relationships in my teen years is that they're a lot of work, but like with the right person, you're gonna want to do the work. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's kind of the point at where I'm at. It's just like I be saying like I don't want to like go through it, but like with the right person, I'll be willing to go through it. Not heartbreak, but like just like everything that a relationship entails. The right person, I'll go through that shit any day of the fucking week. The right person, y'all, you'll want to do the work. But for right now, the right person's not here still. I'm not trying to do the work right now. But you know, when he comes along, y'all will be the first to know. This one looks smaller than this one. Am I tripping? Do I got a lazy eye? Be honest. Chat, be honest. I have a lazy eye. The point I'm at when it comes to like a romantic relationship. People don't know this about me. Unless you're like close to me, for real. But y'all, I'm a very big reader. I be reading. And so I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know where this is about to go. But I remember I was talking to my therapist about this. I went to therapy when I was in college. And I was talking to my therapist about this, and I was like, I feel like I have unrealistic expectations for relationships. And she was like, why? And I was like, girl, because I be reading them books. And them books, if you're a reader, like you've read like Wattpad, regular books, if you're on Book Talk, like anything, don't expect a man to fall out of a book. I'm sorry, I really hate to break it to y'all. And like, I don't mean to sound so harsh, but y'all, those men in those books, they're not real. And as much as it hurts me to say, but they're just not. Like, I had to learn it the hard way. They're not real. I'm looking for that man in that book. And men nowadays are so inconsiderate too. Like they don't care about stuff. Like, I remember what I was watching. I was watching a podcast. And the girl was talking about how men are like so much less considerate than women are. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but like, I'm gonna talk about this a little bit when I go into the platonic relationship part. But like your female friendships, like your female friends are so much more considerate than your like boyfriends, or like even like your male friendships. I have blessed blindness, don't mind me, but women are made to be natural nurturers, and so like part of it is just like we like nurture our friendships. And like I find myself doing that a lot too. Like one of my biggest attributes that like I can proudly say is, y'all, I'm a very loyal ass bitch. Like down like down for my girls. I was thinking about that and I'm like, that's so true, because like if you ever notice, like when you start like talking to a man Like, they don't care about the small stuff. Like, I remember one time I was talking to this one dude. And I was like, I feel like I don't know how to get to know people. Like, I'm a very, like, silly, goofy ass bitch. But I'm very just, like, very unserious is, like, the best word for it. I'm such an unserious ass person. So I was talking to this dude, and I was like, you know what? I want to get to know him, but I don't want to just, like, ask him questions. I feel like that's weird as fuck. So I remember I texted him, I was like, you know what? We're going to play 20 questions, and we're going to ask each other questions to get to know each other, because... So we're playing 20 questions, and like the questions that dudes ask versus the questions that girls ask are so like y'all ever seen that meme where it's like you ask a dude what's his favorite color, and he turns around and asks you his favorite position? They really be like that for real. Like, it's so insane. Like, why are y'all like this for real? Like, I'm asking your favorite color so I can remember for the future. You're asking your favorite position, my favorite position. Wavelength? Not the same. Like, hello? Like, dudes are really so inconsiderate, and I need me a considerate person. Yeah, like, I don't know. And I've just found now, like, through the limited experience I've had in my teen years, like, a lot of the like romantic relationship experience I've had now is like through like people around me, because like I said, I did not have any. So like, I just be living vicariously through the girls, like, for real. It's like the people around me, because who else am I gonna live through, like, for real? And so I just be like, you know what? Tell me the tea, like, tell me everything. And so yeah, that's just like all I got for real. Like, romantic relationship experience wise, that's all I got. And I was talking to one of my friends about this. Like, we were just like talking about like personality wise, like our type in dudes. And like, I realized, y'all, I'm such an introvert. Like, my ideal boyfriend has to be an extrovert. I can't deal with no other introvert. Like, people who are like real introverts, they scare me. So it's like, my next boyfriend needs to be like outgoing. Like, I want my boyfriend, my ideal man needs to be outgoing. Like, when I say outgoing, I mean like when we walk into a room, I need everybody to be excited that you're there. Like, I want you to be outgoing, like friends, like everything. Cause y'all, I don't have a lot of friends. And so it's just like, for me personally, if my boyfriend has friends, that's cool. Cause I don't have any. So I do have friends. I'm sorry. If you're my friend and you're watching this, I'm so sorry. You're my friend. I love you, Bookie. It's just like kind of like the headspace I'm at when it comes to relationships. Is just like, the right man will come when I need him to, but for right now, y'all can keep the gremlins. Thank you. So yeah, so what I've learned in my teen years, the right person will come when you need them to. And I know people are like tired of people saying that, and like, even though me, like, I'm tired of people saying that too, but like, I'm just really trying to trust the process at this point. So honestly, trust the process, and go through it, go through everything, go through the good, the bad, the ugly, go through it all, okay? Because it builds character. And yeah, that's what I have to say about that. So platonic relationships, which is like friendships, you know, any non-romantic relationships. So y'all, I have a very bad track record with best friends. They all just like, they all suck, okay? Even like from when I was a kid, like, I don't have a best friend currently. I don't want a best friend anytime soon, honestly. I'm perfectly happy with the friends that I have, and I'm perfectly happy that any of them are not my best friends, because like, they are my best friends, but like, I don't call them my best friends because they all have their own like individual best friends, you feel me? So that's why I don't call them my best friends, because they have people that they actually call their best friends, versus me, no. I don't think I'll probably ever get another best friend, y'all. I might, honestly, but for right now, no. My last friendship that I had, it didn't end badly. Like, we didn't end like on bad terms or anything. Honestly, we didn't end on any type of terms. We low-key just ghosted each other. Fine, like, I had a valid reason to ghost her, but I don't know why she ghosted me, to be honest. I had a very valid reason not to be her friend anymore. Just whatever. But what I've learned about friendships, just like growing up, that person, like, I cherish my friendships so deeply. Like, I was just saying, like, I'm a very loyal person, especially in my friendships. Like if you're my friend, automatically, like, I go up to bat for you. Like, automatically, you could do no longer in my eyes, for real. However, one of the things I always tell my friends is, I will do anything for y'all except catch a charge. And that's just one thing I'm not trying to do for y'all. So if we are ever out in public and you do something stupid and we get caught, I'm not lying for you. I'm sorry. Like, that's just my loyalty don't go that deep. I'm sorry. I'm not going to jail for anybody. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do jail, y'all. I would not survive in jail. Let alone something I didn't do. Excuse me. No. What I'm trying to say though, y'all, is for real. Loyalty is the best thing you can find in a person. I feel like loyalty, my loyalty, like I said, my loyalty runs deep as fuck. Like, my loyalty runs all throughout my veins, for real. You will never find another person like me. And like, all my friends can tell you, I'm a unique individual. Like, I am probably the best friend you will ever have. Space between best and friend, because like I said, I don't do best friends. I'm probably like the best thing that'll ever happen to you, for real. Just because I am just such a down friend. Like, y'all, I'm there for all my friends 110%. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there, for real. But as long as it's not for nothing illegal. So like I said, I don't do crimes, y'all. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm a law-abiding citizen at heart. I just can't do it. Saying, y'all, I just have a really bad track record for best friends. So I like to keep my friends like close, but not like, I don't want to say not too close, because I really am close to my friends. Like, I'm really the type of girl, like I'm really the type of friend that like, nothing's off limits. You know what I mean? Like, when we're talking, nothing's off limits for me. However, my friends do be liking to keep secrets from me, and if y'all watching this, I don't like that. So, but I don't even know what I was talking about. I don't even know what I'm talking about. This video was gonna be a lot of yapping. I'm gonna be a yapper. When it comes to friendships, oh, that's what I was saying. When it comes to friendship, one of the biggest lessons I learned though is just like I don't know what the word is I'm trying to look for, but basically just like be there for your friends. Like, be there for the people you care about. Like, I believe showing up is so important for the people you care about. Like one of the big things like I've just like learned just like with my friends that I've made now is there's so much difference than friends I had like back in the day. Like, the people that like I keep now are so much different than the people I used to keep. Like, when I tell you like the friends I have now, like it's definitely like it's giving like definitely like ride or die, like anything for you. And that's just, well, that's how I look at it, at least. Like the friends that I have now, they're so just like, they're so genuine. We made like off the bat connections, like wouldn't trade them for the world. Like, they piss me off sometimes, and like not even like on like, no, like I don't want to be your friend anymore type shit, but just like on like some stop acting like a little bitch, like. But I'm just like, stop like on that type of stuff. But it's just like, you know, like they make me mad. Like, y'all, I would not trade them for anything on this earth. Like, they are literally like truly like people I see being in my life forever. Like we talk about like the future together all the time. Like we were just saying like how like after we graduate college, we're probably all gonna move to like different states, so that way we can have an excuse to like go out of town and like visit each other and like go on vacations, like that type shit. About like being each other's weddings, babies, like TTs, godmommies, like all that shit. And so it's just like, they're friends that like I'm never letting go. Like, I don't care. Like, I want my friends, or like if I was to lose y'all as my friends, I'm not making any more friends. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm very bad at making friends, and I've always been that way since I was a kid. I remember like my first day of first grade. I had just moved to a new school, and I remember it was recess. Keep this in mind. I remember this is like a core memory for me. We were at recess, and there was this girl, and she was playing on the playground, and I was like, she looks so cool. I want to play with her. But I'm like, I don't know how to approach her and be like, hey, can we like play together? Like, can you be my friend? So I just stared at her the whole time while she was playing on the playground, and this went on for like a week straight until I finally found a friend. That's just the type of I am. Like, I really will look at you and be like, I want to be your friend, but I'm not gonna approach you and be like, hey, let's be friends, because I'm not that kind of girl. I think we're done with my makeup, honestly. My makeup is quick, fast, and simple, period. So with my glasses on, kind of just like, that's always been like my thing, was like, I want to be your friend, but I'm very bad at like establishing friendships. Like, I'm good at keeping my friendships, but I'm bad at like initiating friendships. That's why like I was kind of glad like my first day, like not my first day, but like my first week of college, I made my friends because they came up to me first. Okay, period. Because I don't know why they came up to me, honestly. I feel like they regret that decision because they got to know the real me. I'm just very like ride or die, and like I said, I just have not had the best track record with my friendships. And so one of the things I feel like I've learned the most in my teen years is just to like cherish every relationship you've ever had. Like, even the people who aren't my friends anymore, I still cherish our relationship. Like, I look back on our memories all the time. I probably think about you more than you think, honestly. Even though like I probably don't like you anymore, like we were still a good friend. Like, at the time we were friends, like we were friends, like we really fucked with each other. But like now we don't fuck with each other, but like I wouldn't say nothing bad about you though. Like, I would never say anything bad about you. At least not to anybody else. Probably to myself. You're probably like, you just said something bad about me. I really didn't though. I just said you weren't a good friend to me. But like, you're still a good friend. Like, you had some good friends. I really suck at this. Okay. So we're gonna move on because I'm gonna keep talking about this. I can talk about this shit for hours. Okay, for real. Okay, so the next topic is a little more serious. We're gonna talk about mental health and stress. I feel like I kind of previously mentioned my mental health just because like mental health was a big part of why I left college. You know, I just wasn't doing too good. I feel like my freshman year of college, mentally I was okay. I wasn't like 100%, but I was a lot better than I was my sophomore year just because it was just like a new experience for me. Like, life was good. Like, it was pretty good at that time. Like, everything just hit different. And then like sophomore year came, and like the beginning of my sophomore year was like right when my grandpa died. My grandpa died like a week before I left for school, and then his funeral was the day before my first day of class. So literally what happened was my mom moved me in the day before the funeral. My mom took me down to school, moved me in, and then she brought me back the next day. It was a few days before the funeral. It was like 2 days before the funeral. My mom moved me in, brought me back, because we stayed there. We stayed at a hotel when she moved me in. So we moved in, stayed at the hotel, came back the next morning, and then the next morning, I spent it at home. After that, it's like 2 days after I moved in. So the day after I came home, was the funeral, went to the funeral. Then the next day after the funeral, my dad woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, brought me to school, because my school is like 3 hours away. So he brought me to school so I can make the time for my first class of the day. And then from there, I was just in college. Like, what the fuck? So I was just like, I really had no time to do anything. Like, y'all, it just really felt like it all happened so fast. I feel like I really had no time to process anything. Like, no emotions, no grief, no nothing. And like, now I feel like I kind of have just a little bit. But like, even then, it was just like so much was happening at once. I'm not good at multitasking, especially when it comes to my emotions. Like, I don't feel my emotions quickly. Like, y'all, I feel my emotions for a long time. Like, my emotions, they're not like, they don't go away like that. They be lasting. Like, they be like stuck. Like, they be stuck either here or here. Most of the time it's here, because I'm always up here, never here, because I don't like to keep stuff in my heart. Like, I feel like keeping stuff in your heart is like low-key hateful as fuck, and I'm not a hateful ass bitch. So I keep it up here because I'm always up here. Like, 9 times out of 10, I'm up here. Like, if nothing's happening, like if I'm not talking, it's up here. Like, for real. I'm just like, you know what, I don't want to. Sophomore year, I was basically just like being forced to like keep everything together. Like, I was like, fuck. Like, I talked so highly of my sophomore year. Like, I was like, yeah, sophomore year is gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be a movie. I'm gonna go out more. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna do this. And it seems like since my sophomore year started, like from the beginning to end of my sophomore year, it was like something every single month. Like, there's something happened. I'm not even gonna get into that because I feel like we shouldn't get into that. We kind of moved past that, or at least we're trying to, you know. But it was just like one of those moments where it was like, fuck. Like, this is really real life. Like, we're really the new adults. Like, fuck. Like, we had to like solve all our problems on my own. Like, me and all my friends, like, we're just like, fuck. Like, we gotta solve this shit on our own. And so it was just like, it was really just like a emotional wreck. But you know, we got past it. We went to therapy. Some of us went to therapy. Most of us went to therapy. It put us in therapy for real. But like, it brought us closer together for real. Like, mental health. For me personally, like, my mental health was just like a big part of like why I left school, because it was just so bad. Like, it felt like if it wasn't one thing, it was another. Like, I used to tell my friend, like, I used to be breaking down, like crying. So my friends would be like, it is like somebody's like preying on my downfall. Like, for real, like somebody just does not want to see me win, and I don't know who it is, but when I catch you, it's on sight for real. But I eventually got past it. I eventually worked through all the motions, got past it, went to therapy, got kicked out of therapy. Actually get kicked out, y'all. I'm sorry, that's so mean. Mom told me I take stuff too personally. And she's right, but like, I hate when my mom is right. Like, that's the thing. I hate people like be trying to read me and they're right. Like, my mom be doing that a lot. Like, she be like, Jordan, like, you take stuff too personally. And I do, like, I really do take stuff personally. I feel like that's like a big part of just like who I am though. Like, I take everything personal. It don't matter what it is. Like, you could say something small to me. Like, you could be like, Jordan, I don't like your hair today. And I'm like, oh, so you hate me. Like, you want me to die. Like, you want me to crawl in a hole and die. Like, that's what you really want. And everybody's like, no. Like, that's not at all what they meant. They just meant your hair just does not look good today. And my hair could literally not look good today, but I would think you hate me. And that's just how my brain works though. So my mom's like, Jordan, you take stuff too personal. And like, even like about my therapist, like I'd be telling people, I'm like, oh, she kicked me out. When in reality, she asked me if I wanted to leave and I told her yes. Like mentally though, I feel like, oh, I'm a lot better mentally though. Like, not really, but like I am. Like, I've just been dealing with mental health issues like for as long as I can remember. Like, I've always had anxiety since I was a kid. Like, I'm thinking about it now. Like, thinking about it now, I'm like, bro, I literally had anxiety as a kid and nobody noticed it. Like, as a kid, I was so fucking anxious, especially like socially. Like, I was a socially awkward ass kid, and I still am a socially awkward ass person. It's like, as a kid though, like, I did not like talking to kids my own age. Like, I hated it. Like, I hated that shit. Like, I would not talk to other kids my age. I would say, talk to me first. I've always hated talking to other people. I was talking to my therapist about it, and that's when she told me I had social anxiety, and I was like, but you're right though. Like, you're right. Like, damn. But I've always been that way since I was a kid, like being with other people. Like, I just can't do it. And so like mentally, I think that was also one of the things that was like driving me crazy, was like I was always with people. And like, I just need like time to like recoup. I was the same, mental health journey has been long. Like, I went through it all. Like, I know, like even now, like I've come to terms with the fact that I do have depression. I am depressed. Like, but like I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest. Like, being depressed has brought me so much character development. Depression, I don't be like, but the thing is with like my depression is I don't live in that shit. Like, I be trying so hard not to live in my depression, because like I know like when my depression is bad, like it gets bad. Like, when it rains, it pours. So like for me, I just don't live in it though. Like, that's just kind of the one thing like I've learned just like with it, is just like, don't live in your depression. Like, I know it's so much easier said than done, and it's something I had to like learn how to do myself. It's just like not to live in that shit. Like when you live in your depression, like that shit consumes you. And I've had periods of times where I used to like live in my depression. Like you wouldn't see me for like days. Like, nobody would hear from me like for days. Like, I used to just be like cooped up in my room. Things that like just like happened that like have like caused me to like realize like I can't like let it overtake everything in my life. Like, you can't, like, I feel like like I said, everything's so much easier said than done. And I'm saying this as somebody who's like realizing this and actively like doing stuff like this. So I'm not saying like you should take this advice, but like it's something to keep in mind, definitely. But like I'm saying, like for me personally, like I've just learned to like not live in my depression. Like, I can't do that to myself. Like, I've been like in points of my time where like I did used to live in that. Like, I used to just be like sulking in my room for like days, and like just like, because like what the did I have to live for? Like, that was like just like my mindset. Like, especially like I said, as a teenager in high school, like that's like my mindset. Like 24/7 was like, what the am I living for? Like, why am I here? And now the fact that I've lived to see 20 is honestly insane to me, and I'm so grateful, like so forever grateful that I am where I am now, and like I am at a place where like I can say like I'm a lot better mentally than I used to be. Like, for sure. Like, as a teenager, I feel like we all went through it though. Like, in our teen years, we just like all went through like that period of time where we were just like, nobody talked to me. And I feel like that pandemic, that little pandemic, yeah, she for real. The pandemic was honestly the worst time of my life. I can't let shit bring you down all the time. Like, you just can't do it. Like as much as like it seems like it's so much easier to like it's so much easier to like let everything get to you and just like let it bring you down, but it's really not the way to go. Like, that's one of the things I had to learn. It was just like, that's not the way to do it. Like, the way to like that's just not the way to like go about it. I just like went crazy in my room by myself for a little bit until I couldn't take it anymore, and I realized I can't live like this anymore. And so then that's when I was just like, you know what, it's time that I take an active initiative in my life and get up and start just doing stuff, you know what I mean? I wasn't like doing anything like too drastic, but like I just like was just like, I eventually got up and I was like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. It's kind of like I don't want to feel like this anymore feeling, so I'm not gonna keep feeling like this. Like, that's just like kind of how I dealt with it. Like, so I kind of just learned to navigate my depression in a way of just like knowing that like So like how I kind of do it is like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna feel this emotion, because it's not okay to bottle up your emotions. So don't do that, because I tried that method and that does not work. So don't bottle up your emotions. Feel your emotions for maybe like 24 hours. Give yourself 24 hours to feel those emotions. Feel them all. Feel every single emotion that you've ever felt. Feel it, and then at the end, find a way to let go of those emotions. So like for me, I started journaling. I would like journal, or like I would listen to music, or like I would just watch something that just made me happy. And then like after that, I was just like, okay, now life is worth living again. My sister was a big person that like helped me come out of that too. It was just like, because like at the time, when my mom realized that like I wasn't doing too hot, she was like, Jordan, what we're gonna do is, she was like, I don't want you home by yourself anymore. So she sent me to my sister's house. She got home by herself. She's like, you're not doing too hot mentally, like I can see it. She was like, so you're just gonna go to your sister's house and you're gonna go there. I was there for like a week. I was at my sister's house for like a week. My mom was at work, so my mom would work like 12 hours. She would work like 6 to 6. So I was at my sister's house from like 6 to 6, and so I was just there with my sister, me and my sister and my niece, and we would just sit there and look at each other, just be like, hey, like, hey. But during that time, like I got to get, so I grew so much closer to my sister. Like I feel like that's like my bestie for real. I know I said I don't do best friends. Like my sister is my best friend. Like I can call her my best friend because I know she won't do me dirty. Yeah, I just grew so much closer to my sister, and I just realized like I really do have somebody who's just like in my corner, on my side 24/7, and that is my sister. Like one of the people who like I know is like will forever and always be in my corner, on my side, has always been my sister. It's so great being a girl with the older sister. Like I feel bad for people who don't have older sisters, or people who are not close to their older sisters, because I am so close to my sister. Like I tell her everything, like literally everything. Like that's my bro. Like really locked in. Like, I just love her. Imagine I start crying. No babe, I'm not. We're not crying today. No tears. Just like I just love my sister bad, and like even my mom too, but I just feel like it's different because she's my sister. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm very close to my mom too, but like my sister is like my sister. Like that's my sister. Like let's just say, like just find your person, and find that person who just gets it. You know what? My sister, like my sister gets it. I was about to lie to y'all and say we're in somebody's life or not. She has a family and a husband, and I have none of those things, but I do have personality. Like now it's like that time where like I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna call my sister. I just like find somebody who just like you can talk to. But yeah, so my advice for that is, as a teenager, it's hard. I feel like it's so hard to navigate your mental health, especially like when like you have like parents and stuff who like just like don't get it. I feel like it's so hard, but like it's part of life, because you're growing up in like such a just like a complicated society, and like even like now I still go through that where like I'm like, damn, I'm really a adult. Like I don't want to be an adult, but like I am an adult. Yeah, just know it gets better. It really does. It definitely does. Like life gets better. As a teenager, live it now, because when you go to college, it's real, but it's so fun. Like college is so fun. Like I don't care what it says, college is fun, but just like don't let it get to you. Like don't let the stress get to you, because stress can eat you alive, which is also the other point of stress. Stress eats you alive. Somebody told me recently stress is the #1 killer, I think, of black women. So don't let that shit, like for real, especially as a black woman, do not let stress eat you alive. It can, and it definitely has eaten me. It's eaten me up a few times, but don't let it. You have so much control over your emotions and your mental. It's insane. Like the amount of control you have over that shit is insane. Like that's one of the things I've also learned, is like I'm in control of everything that goes on up here. It's all me. You know what I mean? So if I don't want to let it stress me out, I don't. Gotta stress you out, obviously, but don't let it stress you out to the point to where you lose sight of you. Like it's very easy to get lost and stuff. Like that happens to so many people. It's like you have a big reaction to like a little itty-bitty problem that literally should not matter, but you still let it get to you, and you don't have to let it. Like you really don't. Like sometimes it's just easy to be like, I'll get to it later. Like that's kind of like what I'm at this point. It's just like there's certain stuff where like I'm not gonna let it stress me out right now. I'll get to it later. Like that's just like my response to everything, is like I'll get to it later. So that's kind of just like where I'm at mentally with that. So yeah, so the next topic is family and quality time. Quality time is actually my #1 love language. I'm gonna say all my love languages. My love languages go quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, and physical touch. Now, here's what I say about the physical touch one, because a lot of people are be like, Jordan, what the f? Like, how's physical touch your last love language? Because so many people's first. Somebody put it this way, and this is kind of like how I like to put it. It's like, I don't not like physical touch. I just don't need physical touch to feel loved. You know what I mean? Like, your love language is what makes you feel the most loved. And for me, it's quality time. Like, if somebody wants to spend quality time with me, I feel loved. Like, I feel loved this time. I feel like it's so important. Spend quality time with people you love. Quality time with people you love heals you. It really does. Like, it heals me so much. Like, every time I get a chance to spend time with like my family or like my friends, just like one-on-one time with like my family, or like even like group time with my family, like when my whole family's together, like that should be healing me for real. Like, I'd be like, damn, life is really worth living again. Like, just like kind of how I look at it. It's just like quality time and like family is so important to me, which I know like a lot of people aren't fortunate enough, and that really makes me so angry. Is that some people are fortunate enough not to have good families. I was fortunate enough to have a good family, but some people just don't. Every family should be built on love. Like, your family should be built on the basis of love, and so many people's families are not. Like, it's just like, why? Like, why can't y'all just be like loving with each other? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why can't you love each other? Family's so full of just like love, like so much love, like so much love. It's not even funny. And like, even like on both sides of my family, like even though like I'm not as close to my dad's side of the family, besides my brother and like my aunt, but like I really don't see my dad's side of the family that often. But like every time I do, like it's just so much love from like everybody over there. Like, they're always just like, Jordan, like, we miss you. And I was like, I miss you guys too, but I don't see you guys often. Like, love is the killer of all things evil. Is love. Love is the answer to everything, y'all. Like, I be trying to tell people this, like, love outweighs everything, like, for real. Like, no matter what, like, no matter how I'm feeling, knowing that like I have people in my corner who like love me and like just care for me being me, that shit heals me so bad. Like, it's not even funny like that. Like, it's so healing and it's so just nice. Be lucky you have your family. Like, I always love the quote, love on who loves on you. I love that quote so bad because it's so true. Like, you should really be loving on who loves on you for real. And so we're at the last bullet point, which is goals in my future. Y'all, my future is, it goes in 5 different paths every single time. Like, honestly, y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Because like right now my goal is to low-key be like a teacher, but like a high school teacher. But I just don't know if that's really what I want to do. At this point where I'm like, I do want to be a high school teacher and I would love to, like, love to bad. But the money's just like, I know the money is not there. And then I was also thinking about, like, I had this really big revelation recently where I was like, I think I want to get my master's degree, because I eventually did, like, if I did go like the school route, I wanted to get eventually work up to getting my doctorate. So I wanted to be like a principal. Like, I feel like that'd be so cute. Like, can you see me as a Principal Curry? Like, it eats, doesn't it? Right? For real. Don't know what my future holds. Honestly, I'm just taking it one step at a time. I'm low-key winging it. Like, y'all, like, I know it's so bad. Like, I know it's good to have a plan, but I'm winging it. Like, whatever happens, happens. As far as goals, I want to have kids. I want to get married. I want to travel the world, y'all. I've only been out the country one time. I want to go out the country 85 more times. Just live my best life. I want to live my 20s the way your 20s should be lived. Carefree in the best time of your fucking life. Like, that's all I want to do is just have the time of my life in my 20s. So yeah, that's just kind of the era I'm at in my life. But, you know, that'll definitely change. Because, I mean, I change my mind about my future all the time. So all you have to do is really just stay tuned and see what the future has in store for me, because I don't know. So that's how we're gonna end this. Is the future is a mystery for real. So thank you guys for watching this video. It healed somebody in some kind of way, because it definitely healed me a little bit. To just sit down and just, you know, talk about all things good, all things bad, all things in between. Make sure you guys, like I said, like, comment, anything else you want to see from me. Like I said, back to school content probably coming soon, I hope. Fingers crossed. Make sure you guys follow all my social medias down below, like I said. Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. See you guys soon. Bye, guys.